Welcome, guys, to my channel. Thank you. Hello, Patriots. Hello, subscribers, new subscribers. I welcome you. Today's topic, Great Awakening 2020, election time, hate versus love, Satan versus God. If you can read John chapter 15, verse 19. When you choose the world loves you. But it is known that you are not of the world, and I have chosen you. So therefore the world hates you. That should make it plain and simple what's going on. If you chose God and you started converting towards God over Satan, that's why the world's starting to hate you. And 47 years Joe Biden has been there as one of the leaders of the world. These leaders of the world were not of God. 25 years I sold drugs, marijuana. Family, friends, a lot of people love me. As soon as I started giving the word of God and the law of God, everybody started hating me. So when I do righteous, everybody hates you. When you do things unrighteous, everybody loves you. That's how you know who's of God and who's really not. Then I had people that prayed for me that said they wanted me to start doing things of righteous when I was coming up. Said they were praying for me. See how it goes? Because they were not truly of God. I told you, my family, I grew up, they taught me not to like the white man. But as I've been telling you, if you don't love your brothers and sisters, then you are not of God. So we were not of God as a family. You can say you're of God, but you must do his word and read his word. So I chose the universal God and started going towards righteous, and I started seeing the light. I got out of the matrix. But a lot of people are still caught in the matrix. Let me give you some people that we know we're like, but because they chose the side of the Mr. Trump, now they hate it. Lil Wayne, he chose Trump. He was loved, now he's hated. Ice Cube, he started wanting to work with Trump, he got hated. 50 Cent, they said that only if you're black you can go for Democrat. Him too. This world is of Satan, the cabal, the pyramid scheme. Remember that? But God is coming back, and God is seeing who wants to be on his side. Being on his side is doing his word, his 10 commandments. Satan will even march his demons out there and see if you march with them, then you don't love God. Black Lives Matter is not of God. Antifa is not of God. So if you march with the demons, then you are also a demon with them. They don't love their brothers and sisters, so they not of God. So that's what's going on now. Yeah, man, that should help you guys a lot to see. When you choose God, you get hated. Jesus sent his son here, his only begotten son, and even he was hated. They even chose the murderer Barabbas over Jesus Christ. Martin Luther King was killed. John F. Kennedy Jr. was killed. John F. Kennedy was killed. Malcolm X was killed. Every time someone does righteous, they are ridiculed and not loved. So people love so when you see someone that's really loved by the world, then you know they are of Lucifer. When you go towards God, nobody's gonna like you. You're gonna have less and less people like you. That's what goes on. So many religious leaders coming up, the problem I had with them is they didn't talk against people doing unrighteous. They didn't teach me of my spiritual being, my true power. They kept me under the man, the human, every time. There is no man above you. That's how Satan was working. He was working us as men to keep us weak when you are spiritual beings in your only consciousness. Nothing to fear, because the universal God is coming back. Election time is about 4 days away. Which side are you going to choose? Do you want to be hated? Or do you want to be loved by the world? Because it's about to reverse. Many people that's doing all this hatred and ridiculing, they will not be here too much longer. They're going to go right down with Satan that they're worshiping. Universal God always gives me a great message, but that message came. Hopefully these things shed light to, remember, I give you the spiritual side. Most men teach you as men. I teach you as the spiritual beings from God's perspective as to why a lot of your family and friends do not like you. If these great celebrities change themselves and finally are starting to awaken, that's when you start getting hated. Because you start getting out that matrix. The crabs are trying to pull you down. You're pulling away from the crabs that are brainwashed through their subconscious brain, through their television. They made people like Mr. Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, they choosing these people over the universal God. That's why they can't turn the TV off, which is the news media outlet, which is nothing other universal God. You choosing Don Fruity Lemon over your word of God? He tell you the white man racist, and he goes with his boyfriend is a white man. Man, it's a lot of people woken, but I'm just explaining the world. We got 4 days, guys, just hang in there. If I helped you today, enlighten you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate you all, man. Thank you so much. Also, James 4:4, God likes a man not of the world, because the cabal was running our world. The cabal for many thousands of years has been running the world. God has been there, but the devil, most people went towards the devil, enjoyed his many pleasures of unrighteousness. But many people are awakening and starting to do righteous. So when you start to go towards righteous, the people not of God, of course, they're going to hate you. Satan doesn't like God. He likes nothing other universal God. So, of course, his servants, people that serve Satan, of course, they're not going to like you. They're going to despise everything about you because you're doing righteous. When you're doing unrighteousness, you are in darkness. You can't see the light. 10 Commandments is a key. If you can't do all 10 commandments, then you are in the darkness. You are unrighteous. You guys take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.